money.
Music live, yes.
I
One
never, I never play live. Uh, I always play music for my own enthusiasm. My own what do you call entertainment.
satisfaction. Why?
I don't know. I never considered. In fact, every time learning music itself is a kind of dream come true for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of stop it there.
Okay, it's
But that
interesting.
really, that really helps me to cover a lot of things that I would otherwise not venture into if I was a very good musician.
Mm-hmm.
So I try different instruments. It's a journey, but I really enjoy it.
And that is exactly a topic for today also. It's about growing up pains. When we set goals for ourselves, uh, do you have anything to share when you think about growing up pains, whether it is from the context of music or anything else?
When you say growing up means, can you elaborate that in one sentence or two sentences?
So when we are doing things where through which we want to grow, there are certain challenges that comes our way, right? And there are things that we find very difficult to do. Like for example, you never thought of going live, or you never did doing that. That is like the next level for you, and you don't want to go through that process. So there is a pain of pushing yourself around. You know, you have to stretch yourself a little more and
Yeah.
making that choice, or in any area of life, or in anything. So you could talk from the context of music or itself.
Yeah. So I one thing that I try to do a lot is to learn new things. So it's not just music, okay? Whether
Hmm.
it is music, picking locks, or learning languages. There's a lot I try to master, and everything starts with a boring phase, a phase
Hmm.
where you're super frustrated. Nothing happens, and you started questioning, why am I doing this? And that,
Does
and
it start with the boring phase, or does it start with the exciting phase? When you want to pick it up, you pick something because it is exciting, right, for you?
yeah, it is exciting for a day or two. After that, you hit with the harsh reality, and then you feel like mostly giving up. So that is where we usually get stuck. People tend to give up or just keep the thing away so that you don't have to like deal with it. And one thing that I try to master is to get through that phase, that painful phase or that uncomfortable phase as far as possible. I can take it, and
Hmm.
then the thing starts breaking. So I believe that's probably it's like the children, like when you say growing up, that
Yeah.
first steps, those are we fall on, most of us, all of us probably, we keep falling on the first steps, right?
Hmm.
And then we had to get up and then go with it, and that's where I think it makes all the difference. And once you recognize that, once you realize that, it's easy. I mean, this was my first step today, playing live. So
Yeah. And I think the key is in one word that you used over here, because of which it becomes sometimes a painful experience. Uh, I'm assuming over here, correct me if I'm wrong, it's the word mastery. When you have the intention to master it, when you have the intention to excel at it, then the whole process becomes, why am I not getting there as quickly as possible?
we
But
don't have
if,
as quickly, right? Why I'm not getting there, in course of time.
I mean, as quickly means now, at least. Why am I not there yet? Now,
Yeah, that's right.
right? Uh, or why am I not moving? Why is this whole experience not taking me and making me grow, for instance?
And people do compare with others, so there are people who go at different speeds, different pace,
Yeah.
and it's important for us to realize our pace. It is for me, I always try to think that I will go at the slowest pace so that I enjoy every small thing, but actually
Hmm.
I'm going at a faster pace than the people who give up. so,
Mm.
so when the slowest of pace is good enough in many times.
For me, the way that I look at it is I enjoy the process so much that I don't worry about, if things are not moving, I believe that this is how it is supposed to be now. If things are slow, now from another person's context, it might look like I'm being lazy or I'm not taking action or whatever that is. But I believe that every time we are on a path, sometimes we might stop for refueling, right? Uh, we will be at a petrol station, we might take a break and we might just relax. But that does not mean we have come out of the road. We are still there on that path. Uh, and I think sometimes people look at these pains also very painfully.
There are different kinds of pains. There is pain of mastering things. There's a
Hmm.
pain of disappointments. There's a pain of embarrassments. I
Mm.
remember once I played on the stage, I couldn't hear what others are playing, so I played my part. Later, when I saw the video, I realized that I was playing something else altogether. And these things like put you off, but one has to get up and run with it again.
Yeah. And when you see these videos sometimes of children who are completely unaware of the surroundings, they're dancing, or even adults, when they do that, where they care a damn about how other people are viewing them, there is a sense of liberation that we feel, right? That, that person is doing it, uh, having no painful experience. And I think pain is a meaning that we give to our experiences. And we can choose to give it growing up joy if we want, or growing up pleasure instead of calling it growing up pain. And that will change everything if we just change a meaning that we give.
Mm.
And it's 7 minutes. Yeah. But even this whole journey of awesome bites and how we are taking this, and there is a process to this, and sometimes it can be painful. We're simple of things. What do we talk about today? That self is sometimes can be seen as a pleasure or a pain, right? It's up
Yeah,
to us.
that's right.
Yeah. With that, till we meet again tomorrow, let's keep growing.
Sure then. Bye.
Bye bye.